Good day everyone. Welcome to Rappler Talk Sports. I'm Michael Bueza. Professional wrestling. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin ang sumusubaybay sa pro wrestling sa buong mundo. Mapa WWE man yan o New Japan Pro Wrestling. Siyempre hindi magpapauli ang Pilipinas. In the last 5 years, not just one, but 2 wrestling promotions are making a splash in the Philippine wrestling scene. At isa sa kanila, ang Philippine Wrestling Revolution o PWR. Joining us today in Rappler Talk Sports are the three singles champions in PWR. We have All-Out War champion Martivo, the Philippine Excellence champion Chino Ginto, and the PWR champion Cuatro. So I'll give them the chance to introduce themselves para mas kilala nyo naman sila. Let's start with the All-Out War champion.
Hi, I am PWR's All-Out War champion or All-Out Warla champion, Martivo.
And but anong character mo sa PWR?
Character ko, so Martivo is a gay wrestler. Ang advocacy niya is equality for everyone. And it's very close to my heart. Kaya yun ang napili kong character.
Nice. And sir?
My name is Chino Ginto, and I call myself the Golden Boy of the network, which is a group of networkers simulating real-life personalities who exhibit being networkers, basically. So I've been with PWR for 3 years, and now I am the Philippine Excellence Champion.
And sir?
My name is Cuatro. I am the current PWR champion for Philippine Wrestling Revolution.
So, what do you usually do? Parang how are you known sa PWR?
Yung long story ba, ano ko siya, or shorten ko na?
Compress.
Okay. Okay, to make the long story short, kaya Cuatro kasi I was part of a wrestling faction or a stable, if you will, na we are masked wrestlers and we didn't actually have names. We just went by numbers of which we appeared. So there was uno, dos, tres, and obviously ako yung fourth one. So I was given the name Cuatro.
So yun nga, PWR has been in the scene in the last 5 years, no? So how is your journey from where you began until naging champion kayo? It started of course, Cuatro. Parang from there nga, from that stable, paano nag-progress yung wrestling career mo?
Parang nag-pick off lang siya, nag-react lang kami kung ano yung hinahanap ng fans or kung ano yung gumagana, basically. So, the plan was, yung stable nga namin na masked wrestlers was just parang training ground na just to get yung feet wet ng mga wrestlers para masanay sila working in the ring and whatnot. Ayun, so, nag-pick up siya. So parang, tapos may story din, and after natapos yung story arc, parang gusto malaman ng tao, what's after, anong mangyayari after, anong mangyayari kay Cuatro, parang, new character, reboot, anong nangyayari din, di ba? Masked wrestlers kami sa in-unmask, din nakita nila din yung mukha ko, and we have to pick up where that left off.
And then of course, you went on to challenge si Ralph Imabayashi, no?
Yes,
that
later
held that title itself for almost 500 days. So, kumusta yung road mo doon papunta sa PWR title?
I believe tingin ko ito yung shortest route, but one of the hardest in my opinion, my humble opinion. Na ito yung isa sa mga pinakamahirap na road papunta sa title. With the likes of I had a feud with Mike Madrigal and going into yung Path of Gold, yung annual na Path of Gold, which is one of the, para sa akin, is pinakamahirap na challenges para isang wrestler. So, ayun, and then eventually challenging for the title na malaking responsibility and to be honest, nerve-wracking. And rookie pa rin ako eh. I still consider myself green and still learning the business.
Pero yan, you're the
Yes,
top champion of the company. So, syempre, yung laking,
Yes,
laking sa shoulders nun. Laking nakaatang sa balikat nun.
Yeah, pero, ayun, parang yes, I agree na malaking responsibility, big weight off your shoulders, or yun nga. Pero, kailangan mo panindigan eh. And yun yung main point ng isang pro wrestler na panindigan mo yung ginagawa mo sa ring.
So which brings me to Chino. So this is your the second time na hawak mo yung Philippine Excellence Championship, no? So paano tayo napunta sa pangalawa?
Okay, sige. I start similar to Quattro. I started out as a member of a faction. I mentioned earlier I was part of the network. Of course, ang character naman hindi lang naman kaisang one-track mind. Hindi ka lang one-dimensional na, oh, ito ka, ganito lang yung gagawin mo. So through the years, I worked on the craft with PWR. I was able to establish a character that was always hungry to be proven to be the best. Even to a point na parang nakakainis na kasi kailangan mo patunayan lagi kahit hindi ka naman ganon, but you have to prove it. So back in 2017, I won the PHX championship. Unfortunately, after a couple of months, na-injure ako. And I tore my ACL in training. That's why I had to relinquish the title. So, fast forward 2019, I came back to PWR. After a year's worth of rehabilitation, working out, making sure to be physically and mentally able to do wrestling again. And luckily enough, and I think with kung ano yung nabigay sa akin and with what I could do, I was able to get back technically, and which I never lost, a title, the Philippine Excellence Championship.
So maraming sasabi, no, you mentioned the injury, na parang maraming kasi sabi until now na parang fake tayo wrestling, parang di ba, parang now you are somehow a proof na parang may injuries pa rin, meron pa ring rehab,
Yes.
and meron pa ring journey towards
I guess when people
recovery.
say kasi na fake ang wrestling, we come into the mindset kasi of watching wrestling as a sports spectacle. Na there is a winner, there is a loser. And gano'n naman talaga in every other competition. Wala namang competition na we all win. Participation award, di ba? Hindi naman gano'n. But and I think that's how people, at least not in the industry, look into the business of pro wrestling. But at the end of the day, it's really, everything is real. The pain is real, the emotions are real. And that's what not just me, but not just Quattro and Martivo, but everyone in the scene I've been doing. So trying to create a story using our physical abilities, using our storytelling facilities. So yun. So it's not fake. It's very, very real.
Nice. So speaking of real, we have also, of course, you have Martivo, no? So they're proud flag bearer of the LGBT community.
Right.
And I suppose you faced challenges along the way. So could you recount?
Well, honestly, that's what I was expecting. Nung nag-join ako ng PWR, I thought it was going to be hard for me to join PWR kasi nga because of the fact that LGBTQ ako. Surprisingly, wala akong na-feel na anything negative towards me, especially nung nalaman na nung PWR kung ano talaga ako. In fact, I remember during training, we were just talking about it earlier. I remember during training, they were telling me na yung moveset ko, hindi siya gay enough. So they really wanted me to nurture and cultivate yung pagiging gay ko in real life at saka yung character ko.
Yeah.
So hindi naman, well, sa audience, I'd say, wala rin naman masyado. The audience has been very supportive of me since day one. So far, so good. Sana hindi na lang din ako maka-experience. Although, probably hindi mo makakontrol yun. You can, ang magagawa mo lang is just always do your best and prove to everyone, to the world or the universe rather, na equality is for everyone.
So you're holding the All Out Warla
Yes.
Championship. So of course, every title defense entails parang lagi siyang hardcore match, lagi
Yes.
siyang no disqualification match. So lalo na in wrestler of your caliber, paano mo siya nakakaya? Yung ganun na violence, more extreme violence than normal wrestling.
Iniisip ko na lang, actually hindi ko siya kailangan isipin eh. Nararamdaman ko na lang na mas excited pa ako for the next match because you always want to elevate yung performance, yung standards, or yung quality ng wrestling sa Philippine Wrestling Revolution. And, local wrestling in general. So, parang, yun na lang iniisip ko na parang it's always an opportunity for me to prove to everyone na I am worthy of this title. At saka, yun nga, sabi ko, like, gusto ko lang lagi elevate yung quality ng local wrestling.
Mhm. So ipa-plug ko lang na unti, no, since sa next show nyo sa PWR Live Championship Spirit on July 28, at the end of that event, isa na lang sa inyo yung hawak ng lahat ng titles na yan. So parang it's somewhat unprecedented kasi parang maski sa WWE, wala yun eh. Parang walang isang lalo na tatlo yung titles na on the line. So gaano kalakas yung, mabilis lang na question, gaano kalakas yung pressure na kunin yung lahat yan?
Siguro ako simulan ko na. We all are champions. All have our own rights to be the best at what we do. We have a kampiyon ng Pilipinas champion who represents the Philippines. I represent the Philippine excellence, meaning the best of the Philippines. And All Out War, siya talaga ang the best in terms of sa pangdidigma namin in the ring. So, some would say na there are titles more elevated than the rest. Ako, I would beg to disagree. I think that mine is the best. But I mean, to answer your question, of course, being a champion is a heavy weight on your shoulder, Quattro mentioned earlier. And to represent the Philippines as an undisputed Philippine wrestling champion, I guess each of us would want to have a taste of that. And even if it's going to be difficult, kahit magkakatabi kami ngayon, and in a week's time kami maglalaban, we are looking forward. Each of our dreams naman namin maging champion. Wala namang papasok sa wrestling without thinking na wanting not to be the best. And yeah, that's for my side.
Quattro, siya raw yung the best, to. Sayo mo?
Well, yun nga, like I said before, na if you have to claim something, nasa iyo yung burden of proof para patunayan yun. And to answer your question kanina, yung pressure coming into this match is basically the same lang naman na with every match na papasukan ko. Kasi if sabihin ko na iba yung pressure, ibig sabihin may levels of performance ako na pag ito kalaban ko, ito lang. So pag sila kalaban ko, itataas ko ng konti. And then, every time, kahit na sino pa yan, ganito siya kataas. Ganun yung level. Hindi ko siya binababa, hindi ko siya tinataas. So yung pressure is very much the same. And not to sound cocky, pero the pressure is on them.
Oh, are you feeling the pressure right now, Martivo?
I don't feel any pressure right now. No, joke lang. Yung pressure naman sa akin kasi I respect these guys. Alam ko kung ano yung kakayahan nila. I know their capabilities. At yung pressure dun is kailangan mahigitan ko. Just like what Quattro mentioned. So, kailangan lagi mahigitan ko yon. It's not like dati hindi ko ginagawa yung best ko. Pero ngayon lang, alam ko I'm going up against two other champions. So, I really have to bring my A+ game, you know. So, doon din naman nanggagaling yung pressure ko. Tsaka pareho lang din naman kami nasasabihin eh. Para sa akin, ako lang din naman talaga yung best champion eh. Maglalagay ba naman ako ng fur kung hindi? So,
Yeah, for sure.
for sure. I know.
Yeah. So, so good luck sa inyong tatlo, no?
Thank you.
So, I'll go to my next question, to Chino. So, ito nga, PWR has been in the scene for 5 years, no? And then we have another promotion in the Philippines. So, what makes PWR different?
Well, you mentioned it. We've been around for over 5 years, almost 6. 6, midway towards the 6th year. And what we've established over those years is to build build the talent for Philippine wrestling sa ring na meron kami. So, in each of our shows for PWR, we always brag about being the premier wrestling company in the country, simply because we offer the right balance of in-ring athleticism, the hard-hitting action, and the stories to boot. So hindi lang kami one trick pony where may sobrang athletic na meron kaming talent, but we also try to blend that in with storylines that people can relate to, both in a sports mentality or how they look at it. So basically, sports entertainment ang approach namin, and we feel that we give the best balance for wrestling and storytelling.
Tsaka I noticed din na ang deep ng roster nyo. Na parang to a fault, ang tatagal ng show siya, mga 3 hours, 4 hours. So parang it's an opportunity, no? Na parang multiple combinations of face-offs lalo na ang
Yeah.
dami, no?
I guess I
Is
would
it
say
still a challenge. Kaya,
yeah, it's a challenge. I guess when you talk about a deep roster, that also attributes to the talent that we have here in the Philippines. Meaning, these, I mean, we're not just Manila based. We have talents coming from Baguio. We have talents coming from other parts of the Philippines and Manila, not just in Manila. And it attributes a lot to what PWR has developed with their trainings, with the learnings that we get from the international coaches we get, not just from the recognized WWE machine, but even for the other promotions around the world. So, like you said, marami exciting matchups. There are always new faces that will impress you. There will always be, of course, yung mga established names continuously pushing the bar. And that's what makes PWR exciting.
So, ito naman, didirect ko yung question din to each of you. So, parang nabanggit mo yung mga international stars na na bumibisita sa PWR and at times nakaka-wrestle nyo pa. So, and then, ito nga, tagal nyo na in the scene. So, what lessons in life or what lessons in wrestling have you brought into the game or what you have learned as you went along your careers? So, Quattro.
I have brought into the game. Sa totoo lang, di ko alam eh. And hindi ako yung makakapagsagot niyan. Ang makakapagsagot lang niyan is yung kapwa ko wrestler or ibang roster members ng PWR. Pero yung lessons na natutunan ko in the locker room or from my fellow wrestlers is that pag tinignan mo kasi yung wrestling on paper, parang it's you against everyone, na ang iintindihin mo lang is sarili mong performance. That's not true at all. Na ang natutunan ko is you have to make yourself look good, pero meron siyang team effort. You have to work together to make others look good. And kailangan mo rin intindihin yung fans, kung ano yung sinasabi nila, kung ano yung gusto nila makita, gusto nila marinig. And basically, to summarize, is working together. Hindi lang sarili mo ang dapat mo isipin. Yun yung isang malaking lesson na natutunan ko sa wrestling.
Martivo?
For me, it's definitely resiliency at saka creativity. Resiliency kasi you always have to get back up all the time, like every single time that you fall. Kasi well, ganun ang ginawa ko, kaya siguro nakuha ko tong bagong beshi ko, si Warla. You have to be very resilient and at the same time creative. You have to make sure that your craft is always fresh. Kasi you can only do so much. Yung moveset mo, kailangan na ma-modify mo siya. If you don't want to change your moveset like 360 degrees, okay lang yun, pero for as long as you try to modify, improve some of your moves, basta you always have to keep your performance and your craft fresh. So,
Okay, I guess sa akin, more general life lessons. Two things lang. Number one, your dreams. As long as you work hard for it, you will accomplish it. A lot of the people in the roster on PWR, you ask them why they're here, ganyan. It's basically just a dream. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, depende man kung gaano katagal, kailan ka namulat sa wrestling. When you we all dreamed about being in the middle of a squared circle, performing for the Filipino fans. And if you think about PWR's been around for 5 years, granting those dreams. Of course, dreams, you have to earn it. There's an opportunity. It's just an opportunity na bibigay sa'yo. But that's the most important thing. There's an opportunity for you to fulfill your dream. And it's up to you. And I guess, pasok dun sa second na life lesson ko would be, when you work hard, ma-reach mo talaga yung mga gusto mong accomplish. And I guess I could attribute that to my journey coming back from injury. I mean, it's easy for me to say na, okay, I'll call it a day. You know, Philippine wrestling naman is well taken care of by the other members of the roster, by these people beside me. But, you know, if there's nothing that hard work cannot do for you, and kami na nakaupo dito, and not just me with coming back from injury, each of us with our belts in front of us, we represent that, and not just us, but the rest of PWR.
So you mentioned dreams, no, in reaching for it. So what's your ultimate, across the table, what's your ultimate wrestling dream?
Hindi ko alam kung pareho kami, pero feeling ko pareho kami. Sabay na lang tayo. Hindi, naging champion na ako sa PWR. So, syempre, mahal ko ang PWR. Don't get me wrong, sobrang mahal ko ang PWR. Pero ang ultimate dream ko talaga is maging champion naman sa WWE.
Nice. 4?
Very short-sighted, pero and sobrang simple lang. Basically, ang dream ko lang is may angat yung Philippine wrestling or PWR in particular na maging household name siya and maging possible na career track yung pagiging pro wrestler. Like, yung mga kids na nanonood sa amin ngayon, I'm sure may mga ilan sa kanila na nangangarap maging pro wrestler. And hopefully, pag dumating yung time na yun, they could make it a career na kayang suportahan yung daily living nila, family nila, and so on.
Nice.
I guess I've told this dream a few times sa ibang tao sa roster. Ang gusto ko lang is, down the line, I would bring my family to Araneta Coliseum to watch a pro wrestling show na local.
Yeah.
That's my dream. For me, whether talent ako, whether part ako ng promotion na yun, whether or just a fan, the fact na a local promotion can put up in Araneta Coliseum or MOA Arena,
Yeah.
that's the dream.
Or Philippine Arena.
Or Philippine Arena.
Hindi, yun pala yung dream ko.
Oo. Bawal magpalit.
Akin pala
Touch
yun.
move.
Ako magpapalit ako.
Okay, so I have just a few more questions, but let's do it in a quick fire way.
Sure.
Parang I'll ask you one, then you just answer quickly.
Parang boy abunda.
Yeah, you avoid yung fast talk, no? Okay, so let's start. Alam niyo naman yung Mount Rushmore, di ba? Sa US, yung parang they are the 4
Mount
Yes.
Rushmore, yeah.
yung parang
Okay.
4 presidents that made their mark in the US. So, dito naman, if we have a wrestling Mount Rushmore, dito yung order if I have a wrestling Mount Rushmore, sino yung 4 wrestlers that should be in it?
Local ba to or?
Overall, kasi Mount Rushmore
History,
talaga
in
eh.
history.
In history.
Oh, mahirap
Ako,
yun, ah.
si Melina, Manami Toyota,
Oh.
Shawn Michaels, and Ricochet.
Mhm.
Di pa ako nakapag-isip. Muna na.
Ako, Chris Jericho,
Mhm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, tsaka Jake De Leon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Shoutout kay Jake.
Ako, ano na lang to, both subjective and objective, no? Huwag niyo kayo judge, di naman ako super fan itong mga to. Pero tingin ko lang, deserve nila malagay doon sa Mount Rushmore of wrestling. The Rock, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, tsaka...
Ikaw,
So,
no?
Bret Hart o Kenny Omega eh.
Okay.
Sobrang Kenny Omega na. Kenny
Kenny
Omega.
Pati mo yung mukha nila.
Kanya na yun.
So,
Canadian naman sila pareho. So,
nice. Who's your dream opponent, local and international?
Ako si ano talaga eh, si Melina at saka si Manami Toyota, 3-way.
Sa local.
Sa local, I would say, sasabihin ko sana silang dalawa pero may match na kami sa sa next show.
Okay.
I would say si Jake De Leon kasi hindi pa kami nagkaroon ng official match talaga.
4.
locally, Jake De Leon, easy. And internationally, Kenny Omega, of course.
Internationally, I'd work Chris Jericho, of course, since dream naman matchup. Pero locally, pipiliin ko yung someone na never ko pa nakaharap. Would be si Mike Madrigal. Feeling ko mailap eh. I've wanted
Sa
to,
lagay na yun,
I've always wanted to have a singles match against him. And yun ang sa lahat po ng nanonood dito na nasa PWR management. Let's make this happen.
Book it. What gimmick or character did you have in mind nung gusto niyo maging pro wrestler?
Ako ba agad? May naisip na ba kayo? Honestly, yung naunang idea ko, gusto ko lang parang maging part ng audience. Tapos, may magja-challenge, like open challenge siya, tapos I'll raise my hand. Pero, na-turn down siya kasi ginagawa na pala siya before. Pero ang unang naisip ko talaga, straight character. Tapos na-realize ko na now, you know what, I'm just gonna use the real me to my advantage. Kaya, yun.
Wala, pumasok bootcamp, clean slate eh. Kasi wala din sa idea ko na mag-work ako ng shows or be a wrestler. Ang idea ko lang noon is to learn the business and siguro saka na lang magde-decide kung anong gusto ko maging. Gusto ko ba maging referee, gusto ko ba maging announcer. So wala, clean slate.
Clean slate?
Ako, gusto ko talaga ever since maging comedy wrestler. So, I think naman na-accomplish ko siya being part of the network. So, yun. Basta anything that would make make people laugh.
Ito, mabilisan na talaga. Greatest wrestling genius, Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, of Paul Heyman? Isa lang.
Vince.
Oh, evil genius, Vince.
Vince?
Vince.
Wow. Who should be the first inductee in a Pinoy Wrestling Hall of Fame?
JDL.
Jake De Leon.
Jake De Leon.
Jake De Leon. Wow, unanimous ha. And last, in one word, what does it take to be a professional wrestler?
Mabilis dapat, di ba?
Yeah.
Wait, one word. Puso.
Makapal yung mukha.
Oh, wow.
Sabi kasi yung puso.
Nunahan ka.
Natanggal yung ano. Pero I guess I would say,
Tigas yung likod.
mataas ang pangarap.
Nice. So there you have it, everyone. Those are our singles PWR champions. You have PWR champion 4, Philippine Excellence champion Chino Ginto, and All Out Warla champion Martivo. So yun nga, as I said earlier, sa PWR Live Championship Spirit on July 28, only one of them will hold all of those 3 belts at their next show. So that would be at the Power Max Center Spotlight in Makati City. And syempre, marami pang PWR stars ang kailangan nila abangan on that show, no? So that's it for Rappler Talk Sports. I'm Michael Bueza. Thank you for watching.
Pag ba naging unified, magkakaroon ng